Today, Precarious plays
Phantom Brave.
That's it.
I didn't want to come back unless that was going to actually kill it. But it did, so welcome back.
Makes sense, fair enough.
Welcome back to the Victory Parade.
Have you...
Probably.
Okay,
Okay, next question.
good talk.
You should probably make the next question the same question, though, just to...
But what if you...
Yes?
I know.
Right. No, for real. What was the question you were gonna ask? Maybe hold on to it. Let's see if there's a demo.
Yeah.
Now look at that. I can't remember what causes that exactly. I think that Morona's bonus experience... is that it? I think Morona's bonus experience might be based on her level.
Mm.
And I think that your phantoms, it's based on the item that they confine to. Or like the level of the item they confine to. Pardon me.
Holy. No.
This is probably a fake out. I think that they've overdone it.
We're getting nowhere.
Time to go.
Maybe there's another way around.
Through your friend's...
Teleporting powers?
Yeah.
Oh, no you don't. You've come too far to give up now.
Really?
Mother Nature, allow primitive instinct to embrace my rage! Mega Crocus!
Embrace my rage.
Don't worry, all of our friends and their fancy particle effects are here.
Mr. Drab.
Really? They are!
Never change.
Yay!
Never say the fighting beast don't repay their debt!
Thank you.
Everyone came to help you, Morona.
That's not a good place
Thanks
to
to my
stand.
God-forsaken spirits of the dead, Viridian Copper.
That guy's creepy. He's on our team, right?
Today,
Fox, puppeteer of the dead, at your service.
Okay. We might be baddies. Puppeteer of the dead.
why doesn't he get more crap?
Talons tear! Zephyr spirit, Myosotis!
Wind attacks? Wow, that was cool and pretty. Boop.
3.
But also with
Worry
friends.
not. You have air support from the Zephyr wings!
And now we're gonna have a together pose.
Goddess of war. Grant us intuitive rage. Cobalt blues.
The ridiculousness of all of these attacks is heartwarming.
Don't forget about us, boys.
Okay, everybody, protect Morona at any cost, or you'll answer to Cauldron!
What did Cauldron do to these people?
Purchased.
Purchased.
Just bought all of them.
Bought them.
I don't know what to say.
Thanks.
Now, don't get all mushy. We all got jobs to do. So we'll keep these bastards off your trail. And you go lock Sulfur in hell, so we don't have to tear him apart ourselves!
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for attending the tea party, everyone. I very much appreciate all of the different and painful cakes that you have brought to slay our enemies with. I would humbly ask that you continue to enjoy yourselves at this delightful gathering of friends and protect the tea room as I go forth into the mountains to put away the extra leftover cookies.
What the? It's copying itself. Morona, we have to stop it from multiplying.
Okay! Valiant phantoms, aid me in battle! Chartreuse scale!
And then it's like, how do we stop it from multiplying? I know, division. Or no, like Morona would be like subtraction, and then Ash would say, but isn't, I mean, division is the opposite of multiplication. And then Morona's like, no, because if you just divide, then you'll still wind up with 1 at the end. Mm-hmm. Or like, maybe like a fraction of, it's no good, you gotta subtract. And you're like, oh, I guess that makes sense. And just stand there.
As they scratch their heads, 2 more show up, and it's like, ugh.
This area explodes, and then that area erupts in poison, you know.
I
Just
mean,
arguing pedantics.
You know, office shenanigans. Just another day out in the field.
That's bizarre.
What?
I was expecting it to have a protection on it that caused it to duplicate.
Well,
Disgaea is not above having item world effects, where they clone your characters even.
ugh.
Clone your characters, clone enemy characters, clone bosses probably.
Speaking of Disgaea and other NIS titles, I was gonna ask you, what are some of your least favorite mechanics in this universe of games?
Magic change?
Magic change? That thing where you slam 2 people together to turn them into a weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of magic change. I think that... Why don't I like magic change? I like the ridiculousness of it.
It is goofy.
Yeah, I do like the concept, but the execution has always felt like it very rarely felt like a map-defining moment, and it very rarely felt like the smart tactical play because you sacrifice so much to try to use it. Because once someone has magic changed, the weapon fades after a certain number of turns, and it's usually pretty limited by default.
Yeah.
And I think they actually even eased it. So, well, I should mention that the order I played Disgaea games, I played Disgaea 1, then 2, and then part of 3, and that kind of, I didn't like it. I didn't like the school setting, and then I didn't have the console required to play Disgaea 4. But I picked it back up with D2. So really, my personal experience with magic change started in Disgaea 5. And the stuff, from what I understand, it was eased there. It was made a little better, a little easier to use. But at that point, I think that the well had already been poisoned for me.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing from D2 that I missed in 5 was probably the monster riding.
Riding?
Yes, you can ride monster-type units around the field. Any of them can become a mount for one of your humanoid characters. And I gave, really early on, I was like, I'm going to do a callback to Disgaea 1, and I'm going to give Flan her personal dragon friend that shows up with her whenever you recruit her in that game.
Yeah.
And she's just going to be her mount for the game. And it was effective, it's fun, I think it's much more intuitive. It's much more flexible because you can like hop off a monster and then put it back Like I had like a ninja that rode around on a moth. That was cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they worked really nicely together because the moth, I think, increased the likelihood of status ailments, and that's what the ninja was sort of about. If I'm remembering right. What else? Other things that I don't like about
Like other mechanics that
other mechanics.
you wish, maybe something that doesn't work as well as it could.
Oh, I've got one. Let me take a minute to get all of my terminology in order because let me give you the overview right now. There are a number of mechanics that are all variations on gang up on an enemy together.
Yeah.
And I feel like there are possibly too many. Like each one of these could probably define a different strategy game. But in Disgaea, they're all mixed in there together. So I'll cover that next episode.